Hey, 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 y'all. I mean, I knew the intention was to give some medicine, but I didn't really understand what gifts will be given out over the last couple of days. I mean, we have had some powerful moments. There has been such a display of generosity, of information and insight and vulnerability. So much has been given to all of us. And one of the things I love the most is that it hasn't just been food for the people who were receiving, who were watching these panels and in these circles, being led in these circles, or watching presentations, but it has also been food and medicine for those who have been presenting, right? The people, the panelists and the presenters, the hosts, or moderators, like everybody is walking away with some necessary wellness, right? I've heard so many times, do me a favor, put a fist up or a heart if you've heard somebody say, "Ooh, I needed that," or "I didn't even know I needed that and I needed that." I've heard it too many times over the last couple of days, right? And to me, that's how you know good work was done. I am honored to have held this space with y'all. I am honored by all of the amazing people who have showed up and showed out, whether as an audience member, a presenter, a facilitator, a moderator, in whatever capacity it has been. I am honored to have shared space with you. I said earlier, like attracts like. We reflect one another, right? And if my worth, if my value, if what I have to offer the world is in any way a reflection of what I've seen over these past couple of days, yo, check me out, check you out, check us out. It has been powerful. So I have the folks a part of the Liberatory Leadership Partnership with me, and I want them to talk. But first, I want some folks to come off mic real quick and share one of your recaps. Like, what's something that you're holding from the last 2 days that you took away from a session, the whole day experience? Anybody want to come off mic and say something?
I could say something.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I'm taking away hope, and community. I I and sort of like this renewed feeling of this is where my people are hanging out
Mhm.
at. um, it often feels very lonely. I shared a personal experience in the last group, where I like just left my 9 to 5 and I've been delving into coaching and consulting work, but I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. In full disclosure. And this is the kind of work I'm doing, or I've been like kind of taking myself on this path. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is where all the people are at. Like I'm just in awe of how many of you are doing amazing, amazing work. And that there's already a whole like culture, a whole community, a whole way of being and loving and healing together, right? That I think I've been sort of sorely missing. So I think I'm taking hope, and I'm really I'm leaving with my cup full. So I really want to thank all of you and just the invitation for making this so accessible and so open and so just kind of fluid and just very organic. So um, I've really felt welcomed here, and I want to thank you for that.
Thank you. Am I pronouncing Nishara? I hope I didn't mess it up.
Yes, yes, hello, it's Nishara. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, hello. I reiterate what the speaker, the sister just said. I also feel like I've been wandering lost in the desert for a very long time, all alone, and then I found my people, and I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. I'm so fulfilled and nourished by this. I don't feel like the crazy fringe lunatic, you know, who's out there, and people look at me strangely every time I start talking about white supremacy as the root cause of oppression. And just the language, just being here has been liberating, and just to be able to speak and talk and share in this language of love and hope and liberation has been just so fulfilling. So all I can say is thank you. I feel so grateful and relieved and appreciative to have found you. Thank you. You brought the love, and you really did. You brought all of this with love, and it was so evident all the way here in South Africa. Thousands and thousands of, I felt the love, and I give you the love back. Okay, thank you. I share that love. I reciprocate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Nashar, I hope that you got a chance to see Napo and Mashiani earlier this afternoon, well, evening where you are.
Yes. Of course I did, and I was so happy to see her. I was like rooting. Yes. Thank you for including us. Thank you.
Beautiful. All right, like one last one, and then I'm gonna pass it to the LLP team. One last courageous though.
Yeah, so I'll speak up here. Abundance is the word that I will share. So much abundance. I thought maybe these were fringe concepts, and I totally don't feel that way anymore. I'm like, oh no, we're the mainstream. Thank you.
Thank you, Eugene. All right, so I'm gonna pass it to my LLP team members to give their takeaway.
I'll start. Erica from LLC. I'm going to start by naming an LLP team, some teammates who aren't here. So Zuri, Maya, and Catherine from Social Insights, they aren't here in spirit and in their bodies, but they're here in spirit and in our hearts. A takeaway that I have is I heard a clear desire for connection, that people feel alienated and alone. And I was so impressed by people just responding by creating that space. So this conference or conversation offered a container, but everyone here chose to fill it. And they filled it with love, and they filled it with compassion and good ideas and empathy and connection. And so as a participant in building the container, I'm happy to be able to be a part of this space and also to partake of what you all added to it. So thank you all for being here and for letting me be part of it.
I'll go next because Erica, it's like we wrote our takeaways together. But I have so many from these amazing 2 days. I think top of mind for me is how wonderful this group is. We at LLP created the structure, the skeleton, and you all brought in the juicy meat from the speakers to the participants. I feel we just all showed up ready to speak the truth, ready to connect, ready to be vulnerable, and ready to build this movement. And it's been so powerful. And I'm beyond happy to be in this movement with each of you. I'm also taking with me the power of building vulnerability into an ongoing practice, and the importance of living liberation, especially for those of us who are doing this work. And that we can think about that we're disrupting these oppressive systems by building the lives we want and walking in step with all the ways that we want to see the world. And just a reminder to myself, and hopefully to those of you who might need to hear it, that is also the work. And so I'm carrying that with me. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy to. My name is Chinetti. I'm the executive director here at C2, Center for Third World Organizing. My Wi-Fi.
Did Chin drop? Okay. Trish, you want to go?
I can. I'm just very overwhelmed. I'll be completely honest. I'm really just at a loss for words. You know, I got to share some of the feeling of the past couple of days in the plenary this morning. And it really echoes what people have been saying about finding your people and feeling affirmed by that community. That these things that have been sitting on our hearts and on our minds for a long time are not fringe. Like we're speaking a truth that that lots of people are living, and more people could be living, and just like the boldness that comes with that. So that's something that I wanted to echo. But I think I just keep thinking like, oh, this is like what it looks like when you trust Black women, like this. I just, not to be overly personal, but I just feel like we're all living inside of Kairishi's dream right now, and it's a shared dream. I know you're gonna try to toss it back, Kairishi, and be like, no, 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 everybody, but like for real, for real, for real, for real. Like we're here, we're having this conversation because Kairishi had a vision for this space in particular, and then the other beautiful thing happened where like more Black women said, "Make it so," and we all get to benefit from that, right? No matter who we are, no matter where we're coming from, and so I am just feeling very moved by that practice of interdependence and solidarity and the potential of it. And this is like all I want to do all the time for the rest of my life. That's that's like yeah, that's the reflection. And just deep gratitude for all of the other people who showed up and filled the space. Like so much wisdom. I know a lot of you. I know you're smart. And I was even still just like really, Nikki? Like there's more? Like, for real, my Caroline, there's more. Like, so I just want to appreciate that too. Just all the wisdom that was shared and some really deep appreciation.
Thank you, Trish. So Chinyetti's Wi-Fi is messed up, but she wrote in the chat, so I'll read it so we can hear it. Thank you so, so much. I am so proud of this team and for knowing that the space has been so fruitful for so many. I love seeing so many people know that I know and I don't know. I am in deep gratitude. Thank you. So, listen, I am so excited. And what I really, really want to make sure, for me, like one of my takeaways is that there's a community built, right? And so I love that people are finding their people, right? I love that people are feeling connected and know that like when they having the writing grants blues or whatever it is, right? They can talk to Ola. When they want to deal with the arts, they can talk to Napo. When they can think back to what Napo said or something, right? Like when they running for office and frustrated with that whole trying to build political power, they can talk to Greg. Whatever it is, I want to make sure that people have their people. And that's my takeaway. So to close us out, before I do my thank yous, I want to read this poem.
Karishi?
Yeah.
Before you read your poem, just wanted to let you know that Zuri was here.
Oh, okay. Zuri, you want to have a takeaway? Share a takeaway?
Hi. My takeaway, I think feels like a calling in, that being in the space with you all is calling me deeper into this exploration of liberatory leadership. So it's drawing me in and it's pulling me deeper. I have such like deep respect for all of the panelists and folks who spoke, and just in awe really of all the folks that are here. So thank you.
Thank you, Zuri. All right, so I'm gonna read this and then we'll say our thank yous and then we are gonna go soak up the joy of all this liberation. We are the light, the ones who build better lives for our people from the ground up. Use our insight as a compass to find our values and practice holding space for the ones who've been told no. Respite and home, failure is not an option here. We will hold you up. Extract you from the cages meant to drain your souls. Construct communities of care and call them movements. We'll turn money into incantations of worth so we always have what we need. Live abundantly. Fashion our stories into days that both put food on the table and feed our souls. Go from old to new, transforming all the things blocking the greater good. We are divine warriors, simultaneously building people power while empowering the individuals around us. We are resistors, using rest and wellness, healing and art as revolutionary tools. Young, old, and everything in between, there is room at the table for all of us. We are radical imaginations to move conflict. We use radical imaginations to move through conflict and culture as a vehicle of self-actualization. Radical and resilient, embodying the change we desire to create. Problematic and motivated, better every day. We are the bringers of light, liberators, paving the way for the tomorrows we dreamed were possible. Thank you all so much. Before we close out, I just want to give a huge thank you to LLP for checking in, holding me up, really pushing our marketing and making sure we got butts in seats or screens on, as it will. And really trusting me with this vision. I want to thank all my folks at C2, especially the comms team who worked tirelessly, especially last minute designs or communication details, things on Instagram and messaging that had to go out. I want to thank them for being willing to step up sometimes at the last minute because I needed somebody to fill the role, and being so willing to show up and share and support this event and buying into the event. I want to thank all of you who attended and all of the panelists and presenters who heeded the call, and not because of anything more than they're committed to us and they're committed to the work, right? And last but not least, I want to thank We and Goliath. So let me tell y'all, this beautifully presented is, I got so many compliments on the tech and all the things that We and Goliath have done. And I suggest anybody who wants to do a virtual event, holler at them, because more than just somebody doing their job, I felt held through this whole thing, right? From the moment, my very first conversation and trying to piece together what the vision could be and what it could look like, and the patience, the flexibility, there's so many things that they provided. So I can't sing enough praise to We and Goliath. But I thank y'all. This is a shared moment. This is ours. And I'm so thankful that all of y'all are here with me. And good night. See you next time.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Remember, the recordings will be up. So please, if you missed a session, take a look and share with a friend.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you and bless up.